Hello everybody, JHancho here with a wonderful game of StarCraft 2 on Steps of War. And I do a horrible split here. I'm going to be the blue Protoss up at the top. My opponent is going to be Kugger, who has the time and the motivation to type out good luck and good game. So he is a very classy fellow, and we might say that out. And I decide to probe a little bit and say, you had time to type that out? That's pretty impressive. And he rolls with it, I think, if this is the game I'm thinking about. Fast typer? And we'll look at, he's got his secretary helping, so that's pretty impressive. I sound a pretty early scout, but I'm not exactly sure what the deal is. I forgot to get a pylon there until 10, so I was a little late on that. I do get a pretty quick gateway, and you see that he is doing a 10 pull, so I'm going to slow it down. And I'm just being annoying with his probe. I do see the spawning pool, pop, so I know exactly what's going on. This probe is for some reason not doing anything, so I get to control him and do all that. His overlord did come up, so he is getting some zerglings. And at this point, I think I'm in a little bit of trouble because I do have 2 gateways, but they're not done. And that is something that's very, very aggravating because his zerglings are. So I have to really quickly get a zealot out, right? Boom, and he gets chrono boosted, and I put another pylon down so that it makes a little bit of a choke for him. And my intention is, hey, move over here and hold position because the zerglings are on the way. And guess what? Oh, you're out in time, and you could have prevented any sort of loss. Because if we look, there's nothing going on. I say, oh, expletive deleted, and all these zerglings are coming up, and I say, you know what? Let's meet him at the pass, and I get lucky. He just moved. He didn't attack move. If he did, I would have had a little bit more of a problem, and this zealot was absolutely useless. So I get my probes back to probing, or mining, or whatever you want to call it, and it looks like he's spying this natural for an expansion, but in fact he is not. And I say, grr, because you did kill 3 of my probes. Apparently one was of the original 6 or something. I'm not exactly sure how that worked, but I know that there are no Protoss units that cost 33.333 repeating, minerals. So, a little nerd talk there for you. But finally, I have it how I want it. I want him holding position here to narrow the choke, give me time to reinforce while this one's getting hit by maybe 2-3 zerglings. And if I have these 3 spread out correctly, I can probably take on a fair amount of these links, because he does have 14 out, and he is rolling in gas a little bit. I mean, he has already got speedlings, but he should be getting a layer right about now. But finally, my plan is working, because my ultimate plan here is secure this expansion. Now, you're going to say, well, what about this? Zerglings can come up here and kill these destructible rocks, and then you're SOL. Well, by then, hopefully, I will have warp gates, and I can just close this off entirely. And I can kill this. How a lot of Terran play Blistering Sands. They'll wall, or even Protoss, they'll wall off the choke, their real choke, and just open their back door themselves. So here I'm going to be poking around with the Zealot, or 3, and I'm going to see that there are a bunch of speedlings, and I prevent them from getting any sort of surround. And look, I try to micro that guy away, but I'm woefully, insanely late and slow. But he does get 2 kills. This guy gets 2 kills. And this third one gets 1, so that's 5 free kills. Only 1 zealot is a little bit hurt. So I'm starting to get stalkers. My economy's going. I'm finally able to make some more pylons in my main. And I notice that there's not much going on. He's on 1 base, and I knew he was getting early gas because I saw it when my probes were here. So I'm saying mutas. I mean, it's a logical conclusion. Why else would you need 1 base? And actually, I didn't actually scout up here, but why would you take this disadvantageous position when you have a wonderful natural here. So he is playing the you don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing until you have to find out the hard way game.